What keeps a man alive when everything is taken from him? When there's no freedom, no food, no dignity, just suffering? The answer is meaning. This is the heart of Viktor Frankl's powerful book, Man's Search for Meaning. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a life-changing book written by a man who survived the unimaginable, the Nazi concentration camps, and came out with a message that could transform your life. Part 1. Life in a concentration camp. Imagine this. You're ripped away from your home, stripped of your name, your clothes, your dignity, thrown into a freezing, overcrowded train, not knowing if you'll ever see your family again. This was the brutal reality Viktor Frankl faced. He was a respected psychiatrist from Austria. But in 1942, his world changed forever. He, along with his pregnant wife, his parents, and his brother, was deported to Auschwitz, the most notorious Nazi concentration camp. Inside the camp, there was no justice, no warmth. Men were reduced in numbers, tattooed on their arms like livestock. Every day was a battle to survive the cold, the hunger, the backbreaking labor, and the ever-present threat of death. But in this unimaginable horror, Frankl noticed something unusual. He writes, "We who lived in concentration camps can remember the men who walked to the huts comforting others, giving away their last piece of bread. How? How could someone, starving, beaten, hopeless, still care for others?" That's when Frankl had his greatest revelation. It wasn't physical strength that kept people alive. It wasn't luck. It was purpose. Some prisoners lost the will to live, and they faded quickly. Others, though, they clung to something greater. A dream of reuniting with their family. A book they wanted to finish. A deep belief that their suffering meant something. Frankl captured this in one powerful sentence. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Just think about that for a moment. In a place designed to crush every ounce of hope. It was hope, real, personal, meaningful hope, that kept people alive. Frankl learned that when you have a reason to live, even the worst pain becomes bearable. Even the cold, the hunger, the grief. It becomes something you can endure if you know it's leading somewhere. Part 2. The power of meaning. Imagine being stripped of everything. Your job, your home, your freedom, even your name. Would you still have a reason to live? For Viktor Frankl, the answer was yes. And that answer came from what he called logotherapy, a powerful psychological approach built on one core belief. Life is not about pleasure, like Freud said. It's not about power, like Adler said. It's about meaning. So, how do we find meaning, even in a life full of struggle? Frankl gives us 3 ways, and each one is something you and I can connect with today by creating a work or doing a deed. Whether you're writing a story, starting a business, designing a building, helping someone in need, or even just completing your studies, you are giving your life purpose. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be painting in your room, planting a tree, or tutoring a younger sibling. Frankl says, through creation, we bring something new into the world, and that's deeply meaningful. Your actions, no matter how small, are proof that you matter. By experiencing something or someone, think about the last time you watched the sunset and felt peace, or listened to a song that moved your soul, or looked into the eyes of someone you love. These moments remind us we are part of something bigger than ourselves. Frankl believed that love, pure, unconditional love, is one of the most powerful sources of meaning. Even when he was starving and cold in the camp, he found strength by thinking about his wife. He didn't even know if she was alive, but the memory of her love kept him going. Love goes beyond the physical. It is the ultimate and highest goal to which man can aspire. So if you're lucky enough to love or be loved, that's meaning right there, by the attitude we take towards suffering. Now here's the part that it's deep. Frankl said, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. This is not about toxic positivity. It's not about pretending that pain doesn't hurt. It's about realizing that even when life is hard, we still have the power to choose our attitude. In the camps, some prisoners gave up. Others became cruel. But a few shared their bread, whispered words of hope, chose dignity, even in despair, because they believed Even if everything is taken from me, my inner freedom, the way I respond, is still mine. That's real strength. So think about your own life. Are you going through failure, rejection, or loneliness? Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? What if you asked, how can I grow from this? What does this moment mean for my journey? Frankl reminds us, pain is part of life, but suffering is only meaningless if you let it be. Give it a purpose, and it transforms. Part 3, the takeaway for you. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like life just hit pause? Like you're stuck in a loop? Exams, heartbreaks, rejections, failures, and nothing makes sense? You don't need to be in a concentration camp to feel lost. Today, it could be the pressure to succeed, the pain of watching someone you love leave, the fear that your dreams are slipping away. But here's what Viktor Frankl teaches us. There is meaning in every moment, even in pain, even in loss. He says suffering is not the end of the story. It can be the beginning. Think about it. When everything around you falls apart, when you lose control of your situation, there's still one power that belongs to you, the freedom to choose your response. You can choose bitterness or growth. You can choose to break down or break through. You can ask, why is this happening to me? Or flip the script and ask, what can I learn from this? Frankl survived hell not because he was lucky, but because he had a why. He imagined himself one day giving lectures, telling students what he learned from suffering, and that vision gave him the strength to survive another day and another. So let me ask you, what's your why? Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's a dream you've buried under fear. Maybe it's the difference you want to make in someone's life. Whatever it is, hold on to it. Because when you have a reason to live, you become unstoppable. Viktor Frankl said, life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but only by lack of meaning and purpose. So if today feels dark, light the fire inside you. Choose to grow. Choose to rise. Choose to live with meaning. And remember, you are not broken. You are becoming. If this summary touched your heart, consider reading the full book. It might just change your life. Comment below what gives your life meaning. And don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more deep book summaries that help you grow. Thanks for watching, and remember, even in the darkest times, you can find light if you have meaning.